Hello, beautiful humans. It's Monday Night Muses. We have a very special muses for you tonight. I have Diggy Cat. Ooh, I pointed the right way. Look at that. I have Diggy Cat over here. Oh my gosh, are you wearing one of my shirts right now? That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yes. You
once
can't
a
keep this
week.
Diggy
Once
Cat
a week.
down. I have Diggy Cat to my that way, my left. And Diggy Cat is going to open for half an hour talking about the many, many projects he's working on. I don't know if you follow Diggy Cat, or I guess it would be at Vuffcup on Instagram, and you can see because he goes live all the time, sharing about like whose audio he's editing that day, like what's the latest project he's in that he's either engineering or playing on or writing for or playing bass in, like all the things. Diggy Cat does all the friggin' things. So I thought I would just like give him a half hour to talk about all the things he's doing and let you know about a bunch of new artists to follow and really give him free reign because Diggy Cat is like if I am the captain of Monday Night Muses, like Diggy Cat's our first mate and I trust him to steer the ship. So, and as we all know, he's also the cruise director of the internet, so that's like a lot of hats he's wearing already. In conclusion, I'm going to get out of your way. I'm going to leave you with Diggy Cat, but I am going to be posting links throughout the chat pertaining to the artists and projects he is sharing with you. So I hope you stay tuned in the chat and enjoy. All right. Bye.
Hello, how is everybody doing today? I have not seen anyone since last month, and I gotta say, I've been feeling a little isolated about it. A little sad about it. I feel like it doesn't feel like I've been gone that long, but it's great to actually be socializing with people this month, finally. Um, Rory, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk about myself and others. So, you know what? I guess we should just hop right into it. Now, I see over here, okay, let me reacquaint myself really quickly. So, this is the chat up there. Got it. Now I can see the chat. Okay, so Rory, Clear Forest Rose, how's your bear? What's going on? Okay, so speaking about what's going on with me? I got a lot to cover in about a half hour. I love questions. If you have any questions, please let me know. And hopefully you can still see me with the comments up here. Hopefully you can. Okay. Unless, I start. Okay. Anyway, what is going on with myself? I will tell you what's going on with myself. I've been very busy, very, very busy cat. I have my notes up here because there's so many things I want to talk about. Almost going alphabetical. Ayla Faye. She released her EP called Times Three. Yes, there's three songs, and yes, aside from me, there's three guest appearances on there, and that was released late January 2022. The guest appearances included, like I said, myself, Rory Kelly, Lucky Lamond, and Ariel Carreño. Hey, Mighty Jammer, what's going on? Good to see you. How's how's the house? How's the house? Yeah, Ayla, yeah, Ayla needs to get back on again for sure. I love the Ayla. So if you're into like witchy folk type music, Ayla Faye is the way to go. Like I said, there's three songs. The links in there. Rory, thank you so much for posting the links. I really do appreciate that. The house is done. Excellent. So Mighty Jammer, now you're going to actually be playing house music, right? Is that the genre in your next album? House music by Mighty Jammer. Actually kind of makes sense, huh? Ah, nice, nice. Um, I don't know what else really to say about Ayla Faye with Times Three. I know that we're going to be working on a full length album. We're very, very excited about it. I produced it, I mixed it, and I played all the drums and bass on it, and a little slide guitar, and some keyboards, except the piano. Lucky Lamont. You know? So speaking of Ariel Carreño, they had an album out July 30th. It just turned 1 year old, and it's called Sticky Notes. And what did I do for that one? That was an interesting one because I was kind of brought in during the middle of the project. And originally I was just going to be playing bass. And then they had asked me, I kind of became a co-producer for the album. And then I ended up mixing 3 songs as well. Um, but that's Elio Carreño with Sticky Notes. And it features myself, Ayla Faye, Lucky Lamond, and Beyonce from Vufka. And I can say, because that Elio Carreño is going to be having out a brand new album. We're working on it. Myself and Lucky Lamond are already have been publicly announced that we're going to be on the album, and I will be mixing it, and I'm very excited about that. When the time comes, I'm not quite sure when, because Ariel, we started it in I think January or February, and then we knew that there was going to be a gap for their band, the Veretta Saints. We knew that was going to be happening. So just recently, it's kind of like, oh man, hit the green light, we're going again. And it's funny because like I have we have like, I don't know, maybe about half the album done, and now it's like got to go back in the folder and brush them off and look at the notes, the sticky notes, and everything again. And well, where did we leave off half a year ago? And now it's like, let's get it done. So very excited about that. El Carreño, new album coming out. Don't know when. We'll let you know. That's why you got to follow Elio Carreño and Vufka so you know. And then I'll also ask if I can mix their album during live streams. I will ask that. I've been doing that on Instagram a lot. You just go on Instagram, you search Vufka, you know. Hey, there's actually more about that later. The Veretta Saints, Ariel's band. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's public knowledge that um, the band temporarily played their last show because, well, Ariel is going to be moving back to California. Very excited about that. Very excited because a lot of us are out in California. Um, and we just got to get the whole gang out in California. And it'll be like getting the band back together, you know? So the Veretta Saints are kind of on, I wouldn't even really see a hiatus while they move things around. But yeah, it's going to be great getting them back together again. They've been doing a lot of shows up in Washington. Um, I think it was June 29th, so a little over a month ago, their song "The Underground" came out, and I mixed that song, and it was interesting mixing it because the Veretta Saints only had one other song out. That was it. So I did not know what to expect. I had not a clue. And this is the first time I kind of went into it blindly because I had nothing to do with the recording process. It had nothing to do with producing it or anything like that. And it was like, okay, well, what do we got? What do we got? And I live streamed that mix, and that's on Instagram. So you can check out everything from the drums to the final polishing touches and all that things. And the song is called "The Underground," and it's almost gotten well, by now it may have gotten 1,000 Spotify plays. So it's doing really, really good, really good. Very happy about it. Are there any questions at this time? I know I'm going kind of fast, but I'm also looking at the clock, and I want to give you guys, all the info. So if you have questions about anything, please pop it in the chat. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Okay. So Ariel's album, Sticky Notes, is a roller coaster of emotions. It is. There's there's a song called "Fool," which is kind of more of a punk song, but then there's these like kind of more ambient type songs like "Turning." There's some kind of aggressive songs like "Saccharine." Um, it's a mix, I mean, there's a little bit of everything going on Ariel's album. I guess it would kind of be labeled more under alternative folk if we wanted to have a real broad, you know, umbrella about it. Yeah, emotional coaster ride. Yep, good genre, good genre. Yeah. The next album, we have all the demos for the next album. It doesn't really sound anything like Sticky Notes, but it's still the next evolution of their sound, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Um, it's almost kind of like, in a way, I remember when Kings of Leon and Jet came out around the same time, and you might have a different opinion of this. Maybe it hit you differently, but I remember when they both released the albums back in what 2003, so almost 20 years ago. These bands, and with Kings of Leon, I remember being like, "Wow, this is a great debut. I can see the potential." And then, sure enough, on their second album, I was, "Whoa, this is great." And then with Jet, I remember getting the debut, going, "Whoa, this is great. It's got everything." And I was a little concerned about the second album, which is still my least favorite Jet album. But anyway, so it's fun to know um, that even though Ariel put so much into Sticky Notes on the debut, and there's so many genres there, there's surprises. There's still a lot of surprises coming up. So very excited about it. And I can't wait to get in and just kind of like get my paws into it. The Veretta Saints, oh man, I don't even know what genre they are. The two songs they have out are completely different from each other. The first song, Chaotic Cosmos, is slightly more folk psychedelic. Um, where the Underground it's a rocker. It's a kind of a 70s rocker type of, not like a guitar heavy 70s rocker, but still, it's kind of like that. It's got a 70s feel to it. So speaking of Ariel, and we already talked about Ayla, and we're on Rorie's show, and we talked about her. Lucky Lamont released her debut album. It was March 18th. It was right after St. Patrick's Day, and it was planned out too. And so Lucky had never had out an album before. Hey, Nefta. Hey, I know who you are. Lucky had never had out an album before. And I'll tell you something about Lucky. Um, I knew her very, very briefly. I had met her over the course of a few years at NAMM, and we got along great, but it was always like, "Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye." And then we finally became friends on Facebook, and I started adding her to the early Stream Team festivals that we were doing when I was collecting everybody. And um, the the reason why I added Lucky was actually kind of for my own selfish motives, because I didn't know a lot about her music or her songs, and I was very curious. And I was like, "Hey, this gives me time to I can get an hour of Lucky Lamont live, and I can really kind of hear her style and everything." And I was blown away. And I noticed that every time she was live, when I scheduled her, she played like a whole different set of songs. What? How many songs does she have? Where's your album? And she's like, "I don't have an album." So finally, I had said to her, I said, "Well, Lucky," I said, I know that we're all busy and stuff, but I said, I will dedicate as much time as you dedicate to your album. And I promised her that because I thought she was amazing. And so we finally got down to it and made the album. And it is called Carry Them All. It is folk. It is folk. In fact, it is so folk. Um, it was funny because she told me a few times, like, simple, simple. Because, I'm a Gemini, and I love to do crazy things, and I love to do backwards things. And, you know, um, but I had to remind myself, like, okay, keep it simple. And when we did the song Allison, she was like, okay, very simple bass playing. Just, and I thought to myself, well, that's boring. So I messed around with a lot of different octaves and stuff like that, but kept it simple. And it turned out great, you know. So it's a folk album. Beyonce from Vuff Cup appears on there, and so does Ted Russell Camp, as well as Neil Fournier and Ayla Faye, Elio Carreño, Rory Kelly. I produced the album, I mixed the album, played a whole bunch of different instruments on it, including banjo. Very happy, very happy. Um, Questions, comments, concerns while I take a drink. Let me know. Let me know if you have questions, comments, concerns. Have you drank water today? I hope so. I hope you drank it today because we're already like 4 p.m. over here in California, but I know over in like, you know, in the desert, it's later and hotter. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for. Had to restart Twitch. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome back, Claire. I had to do an update before I joined. I checked it. Oh, you're pounding your Gatorade. What'd it do to you? Jesus, Claire, you're violent. Claire woke up and chose violence today. And she saw Gatorade and she started pounding it. But she's still being very like, like that's my Gatorade. So, hey, you know what? Pound it. Pound it all you want. You think you need an update? Audio keeps. Oh, no. Oh, maybe that's just my voice. That's probably just my voice. Okay. Next up. You all know if you have been. Oh, you're hearing. Okay, good. I'm glad you're hearing. Okay. Yes. Is anyone else? Oh, coffee. Yeah. Yeah, you're in your coffee. Yeah. Let me know if anyone else is having audio issues. Or if it's just Claire and that's her karma for pounding her Gatorade. No violence for my electrolytes. Oh, good, good. All good there. Okay, good. Very happy, very happy. Then I will continue with my saga. Kayla Ludi, right? Kayla Ludi, I've known her for, oh man, probably about, oh geez, I wasn't going to do the math here. I guess 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. Oh, David, what's up? Hi. Ah, creatures of other form. You know me, David. You know. I like. I see. Kayla Ludi. Oh my goodness. So the reason why we became friends is because I stalked her. And I basically said to her, you don't know me, we're gonna be best friends. That's kind of it. So that's like 12 years ago. So this year she traveled all the way from Texas to California to record her album with. She was hoping to get 8 or 9 songs done. We ended up recording 14 songs over the course of 6 non-consecutive days. Yeah. And so the one album, she split it into 2 albums. And she's adding one extra song to each one. And it's called Constant Reminder. And it's coming out August 7th. Very excited about it. I mixed it as well. I mixed it during live stream too. So you can check that out. Let me see. We got about 10 minutes left. If you want to, if you have questions or anything, let me know. Okay, so speaking of Kayla Ludi, so and her and all the other people that I've already mentioned, along with Ted Russell Camp and Melanie McGurk, were all on my album, Buff Cup's album, Steps from the Octagon, that came out May 26, 2021. It was a super moon, it was a blood moon, and it was a full moon. And we said we need to release the EP, Steps from the Octagon. That's it. And it came out so great. And it would have only came out like a fraction that well if it wasn't for all the amazing talents that contributed to it. So thank you all for that. I really do appreciate it. And Rory, thank you so much for continually putting the links in the chat. I really do appreciate it. I know this is going to be restreamed. Is that a word? Restreamed tomorrow on Facebook. So I'll be in the chat on Facebook and I'll be giving the links there as well. So, is that a stop sign? Red light? Claire, what's going on? We released a song from Steps to the Octagon, Scenes from an Awakening Dream. You can see the video there. It has all the participants. Rory Kelly is in the video. She sang on the song. Restreamed, yes. And the video was edited by Stephanie Andreas from Temerity Media Group. And so she's the video editor. And oh, Octagon! I get it. I get it. Steps to the Octagon. Claire, Claire, I need more coffee, Claire. I need more coffee. So, um, Stephanie Andreas, if you need someone to edit your videos, check out Stephanie Andreas with Temerity Media Group. So she has, and that's the project Drea at gmail.com that you can get her with, that you can, yeah, reach out to her with. She's done all the Buff Cup videos. She's amazing. Absolutely love her. So that's Stephanie Andreas. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Nightbot. Thank you. You're awesome. Um, Speaking of Buff Cup, got a couple of Buff Cup things going on. On July 1st, it was so hot. So Mighty Jammer, Carol Gleaves, we got together to do a song. She approached me with it, and she had some ideas, and so we worked on the song together, and it was called Snow. And we were really overjoyed with how it sounded. And it was released July 1st. And yes, that's my caffeine fund. Actually, I drink decaf. Can you imagine me on caffeine? Actually, caffeine doesn't. I can drink a thing of caffeine coffee and sleep for 8 hours, but decaf is healthy. Healthy. The coffee fund. The coffee fund. Anyway, so it's called Snow, new Buff Cup single with Mighty Jammer, Carol Gleaves, and that's on all the streaming places as well. And I've been back mixing on Instagram because Buff Cup has a brand new album coming out. And we just got the artwork for the front cover yesterday. So I have been mixing the songs. It's that time again. We're very excited for the new album. It's going to be called Secrets from the Box Desk. Secrets from the Box Desk. That's going to be the new Buff Cup album. And I'm mixing it on Instagram. Buff Cup on Instagram. I go live. I mix it. That's what we do. That's about. We got the cover art in for the album, and that's by Marilyn Chaparro. Marilyn Chaparro, and you can get her on Instagram if you look up Marilyn underscore artist YK. She is an incredible artist. Incredible. I saw her artwork and I was like, this is who we need for the next Buff Cup album, the album cover. So we cannot wait to share it with you all. The release date, okay, no pressure. No pressure, right? Oh man, no pressure. We don't have a release date, but we want it out. We would like it out before Halloween. I know you're asking a commitment. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, we want it out before Halloween, but logistics, man, logistics. That's all I can say. So we'll see. But yeah, Marilyn is amazing. And also, now, hey, I only got 4 minutes left. So, 4 minutes. If you have questions, put them in the chat. Okay? Put them in the chat. I guess kind of one last thing here as we kind of wrap up is Buff Cup. We're going to be having a Patreon. We've had a Patreon. It's never been launched, but we've had it for like 4 years. Because I follow Rorie on Patreon. So make sure you follow Rorie on Patreon. So we're actually going to be launching our Patreon. Bianca and I got together last week for 3 hours, and we talked about all the perks and stuff like that, and everything that we're actually committing to. What's the URL for Buff Cup? Oh, the Patreon. It's not launched yet. It's not launched. So I mean, like, I know that you can see it, Rory, because it says that Buff Cup is subscribed to you. Yeah, it's unlaunched. It's unlaunched. but we're gonna be doing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Follow Insta for the news. Ha! You on decaf, you on caffeine. Awesome. I love it. uh, I got blueberry coffee right now. Blueberry. And another exciting thing that's gonna might blow people's minds. We're gonna actually have Vuff Cup is gonna be having a website. Okay, I get it. Why don't you have a website? Well, I'll tell you why we never had a website. Because search engine wise, you can find us anywhere, right? You put in Vuff Cup in Google search, there's no other Vuff Cup. And from there, you can kind of go, hey, I don't have Twitter, but I have Instagram. So there they are. Bam, I'm going to follow them there. I don't have, say, Spotify, but I have iTunes. So I'm going to follow them there. Right there. So for me, not having a website actually kind of cut out the middleman because we didn't really feel like we needed a hub until now. And the reason we need a hub now is mainly because of the fact that we're working with so many different collaborators. So we want a place where they go and check out the Vuff Cup website. They can go over to like, I don't know, something that says like collaborators or something like that. And there will be the links right there. Will be for like when I worked with, all the people that I worked with. Ayla Faye, Ariel Carreño, Lucky Lamont, and Beretta Saints. And so then they can go there and be like, hey, I love that song by Lucky Lamont. I found it through Vuff Cup. Wow, there's the URL for her album. Bam, right there. So it's kind of a hub for everybody. That's what we're kind of looking at. It's not launched yet, but probably this year. And it's 429 right now. 429. Well, 729 if you're not in California. So you know what? I should take down. Here we go. So I can see Rory. And Rory, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to come on and talk about myself. I always love talking about myself in front of people. Do appreciate it. And I don't see Rory.
I don't
I
see
don't
me
see her.
either.
I
It's
see she's
really
trying. I
confusing.
might have.
I
Oh,
don't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
What the heck? Where did I go? I see me.
I don't see you.
It's so confusing. Well,
Honestly,
keep
it's
talking.
just the voice
Everybody,
of
ask
the voice.
ask Diggy Cat a question while I reset my audio briefly.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me go back to here. Yeah, blueberry coffee is amazing. Okay, here's one of the things. Here's one of the things. Um, when people hire me to work for them, which I love, mixing, producing, one of the things that I charge is coffee. That's one of the things I charge. You know, you can ask my peeps about it. It's like, whenever, because Ayla Faye doesn't live that far from me. And so I said to her, I said, okay, if I'm producing the album and playing instruments on it and mixing it, every time you come over, you got to bring me a store-bought coffee. And that's what she did. It was great. So, yeah. So, coffee's a thing. If you have any questions while
Look,
Rory
I'm back.
is in, oh, you're back. Let me take down the comments.
Can you
Hey,
hear me?
welcome back. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I have like a better webcam, but I just switched to my main computer webcam because I don't know what's happening. It's very confusing for me. So I have switched webcams and look, I'm visible, everybody. I exist. What a rush.
I kind of like the voice in the void though was
Like
actually
voice
it was a
of
little sweet.
doom.
Yeah,
Here,
because
like
there's
this,
the
like
reverb behind it.
I am here, but you cannot see.
Exactly, reverb
Be
behind the voice.
careful how you speak of Rory Kelly,
Yeah,
creature of darkness.
someone turn on the searchlights.
Hee hee, thank you. Good callback. All right, friends. So, what I want to ask you to do right now is go to Vufcup on Instagram. It's VUFCUP. Go follow Diggy Cat on Instagram because that is where he does all his live mixing, where he will make announcements about Vufcup's new album, about pretty much everyone else's new album that he's working on, which is approximately everyone. And also the new Vufcup Patreon, which you really are going to want to support because that's going to be very, very worthwhile. Diggy Cat does so many things, and I want to just remind you, please throw some love into Diggy Cat's caffeine fund or decaf fund, depending on his mood that day, which is luckystarradio@gmail.com on PayPal. And
Yeah.
I'm putting it on the. And you have a
Venmo
you have a
at
Venmo too,
Vufcup.
right? It's at Vufcup.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll put that in the
Yep.
chat too. It's at Vufcup on Venmo, but it's not Vup, which is what I just typed. Good work, Rory. Okay,
You had
so
one
that
job.
is how you can contribute to all of these new albums happening by keeping Diggy Cat supplied with coffee so that he can keep doing his stuff. You do not want to see a Diggy Cat without coffee. It's a sad day. It's like,
That's it.
honestly, it's weird. It would be like seeing me without, I don't know, emotional drama. It would be very strange.
Yeah. It would be
All right,
like seeing Claire Force Rose without like a bunch of harmonies.
right? It would, yes, it would be
Yeah.
like hearing only one Claire at a time. Like,
I
why waste
know.
your time?
I, the more
That's
Claire, the
honest.
better.
The more, yes, we need clarification. All right, friends. I am going to bring
Thank
on my
you.
friend Steel Wolf. I hope y'all are ready. You look like you're watching. I'm going to add you to the stream. And I'm going to send Diggy Cat away. But hang on, briefly, we're all going to. No, oh, wait. Oh, well, Diggy Cat left. Look, it's Steel Wolf Band. Are y'all
Hey!
excited? So I'm
Very
gonna let
excited.
me take these banners down. I'll put up your own banners for you in a minute.
Okay.
So let me introduce this band. Steel Wolf came to an open mic I used to run on Long Island and really just blew us away with a set that was both really funny and really rockin'. So I was like, "Hey, do you want to come on my Twitch stream?" And they're like, "On your what?" And I'm like, "I do a weekly. It's like TV, but for the internet. Do you want to come on?" And they were like, "Yes." So it's been like a couple months in the making for us to find a date that worked for everybody. So I'm so glad to introduce you to the Steel Wolf Band, and I'm gonna get out of the way and let them perform for you.
Thank you so much, Rory, and thanks so much to Diggy Cat. This is Ed. My name is Mark, and we are Steel Wolf. So happy to be on Monday Night Muses. 1, 2, dance to these. We met Rory Kelly in 22. That's good for me and good for you. Steel Wolf is a band that never refuses. So now we're on Monday Night Muses. Steel Wolf 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 on Monday Night Muses. 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 All right, we're going to continue with a little love song. This one's called Shoplifting Bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hanging on the beach, bikini comes inside. Had a couple brews, he's not thinking right. Next thing he knows, he's got a face full of sand. His wife thinks he ripped off the local fruit stand. She's thinking that he was shoplifting bananas. She's thinking that he was shoplifting bananas. She said, "Thou shalt not steal, although it's got a feel." 14 stilettos on her feet. She goes in the corner store, she's out of his life, but he'll deliver fresh produce to his wife. She's thinking that he was shoplifting bananas. She's thinking that he was shoplifting bananas. She said, thou shalt not steal, although it's got a peel. Hey, is that a banana in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see Steel Wolf? Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4. Search in the supermarket for a six-pack. See some tight shorts at the magazine rack. Grabs a newspaper so he can hide his bulge. His wife sees his healthy snack and does indulge. She's thinking that he was shoplifting bananas. She's thinking that he was shoplifting bananas. All right, so we're going to do 2 songs tonight about his grandmother. This first one is called My Grandma's Advice. 1, 2, 3, 4. My grandma was a freaking genius. She taught me oh so well. She told me do not horse around while riding the carousel. She also said don't shoot your mouth off when someone's got a gun. But I'm the fool cause I forgot the rule that she called number 1. Don't ever mistake the urinal cake for a cookie. For a cookie. You taste that bathroom disc and you're obelisk. You won't find nookie. You won't find nookie. You won't find nookie. Well, I went drinking on an empty stomach in the hot noonday sun. I had me 13 long liquors and 7 times a 151. Ended up in an ambulance, that much info will suffice. I was so damaged and so famished, I forgot my grandma's advice. Don't ever mistake the urinal cake for a cookie. For a cookie. You taste that bathroom disc and you're obelisk. You won't find nookie. You won't find nookie. You won't find nookie. Warm, yellow, and salty. 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 Well, them piss bucks are chock full of paradichlorobenzene. So I'm pretty damn lucky that I didn't yet meet that impaled Nazarene. Still, every girl thinks I'm a joke, might as well be sepulchered. My grandma cried, I almost died, I forgot her sacred word. Don't ever mistake the urinal cake for a cookie. For a cookie. You taste that bathroom disc and you're obelisk. You won't find nookie. You won't find nookie. You won't find nookie. Woo! Thank you so much. Wow, look at all the people in the chat writing away. Thank you so much. So this next one, Rory, this is the one you heard back at Dang that night. this DJ asks people to call in and tell him what it is they steal from the workplace. So people called in and said they steal paper and pens,
paper clips,
them binders, those kinds of things. But one woman calls up and she says that she steals toilet paper, and the DJ, he's not that impressed because he says toilet paper you get from work is the inexpensive kind, and that makes it abrasive. So, not that impressed. But me and Ed here, we were impressed. So we do this song for this lady, and this one's called She Likes It Rough. I hate taking dumps at my girlfriend's place. She gets cheap paper by the case. I like it like a powder puff. She ain't thrifty, she likes it rough. She likes it so rough. She don't like the cottony stuff? No! She likes it so rough. But I think I've had enough. Enough. The first time I used it, you know I bled. I came right out and scratched my head. She looked back at me and said, that's just tough. I like cheap paper, cause it's rough. She likes it so rough. She don't like the cottony stuff? No! She likes it so rough. But I think I've had enough. Enough. I can't believe it's such an issue. Gonna dump her, do the tissue. She won't believe it, but it's no bluff. She'll never switch. She likes it rough. She likes it so rough. She don't like that cottony stuff? No! She likes it so rough. But I think I've had enough. 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 All right. Actually, while Ed does the intro here to this one, I can see in the chat lots of people writing in. Hey, Sean! I know Sean! Thanks so much, Sean, for tuning in. I see Rory's tuning in. Claire, Volk Up, very cool, man. So this next one, Sealwolf likes to do songs about space travel, but we're not going to Neptune. No, we're not. And we're not going to Jupiter. No. We here at Steelwolf, we're going to Uranus. My old man escaped this planet full of scotch and PCB. My world is inert as granite. However, through astronomy, I perceive evacuation from the scrubby globe of Greece. It can be launched from Hershey's Highway. There's no need to pack your briefs. Fans, 2, 3, step, Captain's Log, started 69. Headed where the sun don't shine. I'm an astronaut, put the accent on the ass. My big mothership needs some gas. So I'm headed for Uranus. I'm headed for Uranus. I'm headed for Uranus. Uranus or bust. fine Uranus is my favorite place. Captain's log, starting 69. Heading where the sun don't shine. I'm an astronaut, put the accent on the S. Ed and I travel first class, and we're headed for Uranus. We're headed for Uranus. We're headed for Uranus. Uranus or bust. 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 Woo! Woo! All right. So you know what? A lot of people I know know that Steel Wolf is a Lithuanian band, and we're Lithuanian American. Me and Ed were both raised here in America, but our ethnicity comes from Lithuania. So the Steel Wolf name comes from that heritage as well. So we do this song. It's in Lithuanian, but I'm going to help you out with some of the English, the most important words. I'm going to hold up on cue cards so that you know what they mean. But the most important word I don't have on a cue card. The word is nepamirsk, and nepamirsk means don't forget. So simply don't forget that nepamirsk means don't forget. Hit it, Ed. Nepamirsk lashinuku baba bulve baba bulve baba bulve ba. Nepamirsk tagretine baba bulve baba bulve baba bulve ba. Nepamirsk tagre lashinuku nepamirsk tagretine nepamirsk man paskambin nepamirsk nepamirsk. Oj machote!
Kortas Kogeles!
Oj machote!
Kortas Kogeles!
Oj machote! Kortas kogeles dabar! And dabar means now. Woo! Nepamirsk tas svoguna baba bulve baba bulve baba bulve ba. Nepamirsk mano lekšte baba bulve baba bulve baba bulve ba. Nepamirsk tas svoguna nepamirsk mano lekšte nepamirsk man paskambin nepamirsk nepamirsk. Oj machote!
Kortas Kogeles!
Oj machote!
Kortas Kogeles!
Oj machote! Kortas kogeles dabar! Oj machote!
Kortas Kogeles!
Oj machote!
Kortas Kogeles!
Oj machote! Kortas kogeles dabar! Woo! All right. Hey, Peter Valaitis is on. Hey, Pete, thanks for tuning in. So why don't we do this song? This is a song from the. This is one of the few covers we do. This is from in 1968. The Beatles put out what's known as their White Album, and on that album, Paul McCartney asked a very important question, and of course that question was, "Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the road? No one will be watching us. Why don't we do it in the road?" Let's find out where Ed, the guitar player, wants to do it. Ed, when are we going to do it?
On the show,
Let's go Monday Night Muses.
Monday
Ed.
Night Muses. All
Why
right.
don't we do it on Monday Night Muses? Why don't we do it on Monday Night Muses? Why don't we do it on Monday Night Muses? Why don't we do it on Monday Night Muses? You know Ed will be watching us, so why don't we do do it on Monday Night Muses. Now, listen, we're going to need your help in the chat to tell us where we should do it. So while you're thinking about something... Oh, wait, no, Velitis is already on it. I knew you knew. So, all right, Peter. Peter Velitis, he wants us to do it on a motorcycle. So why don't we do it on a motorcycle? 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 You know, Peter will be watching us, so why don't we do it on a motorcycle? Peter actually works for Zildjian Cymbals. He actually gave us a steel wolf emblazoned, a steel wolf symbol with our logo emblazoned on it at one of our concerts. That was very cool of him. Thanks, Pete, for that, and thanks for tuning in. Let's see where people have... I texted a few of the former bandmates of the band yesterday, just in case they didn't know when to tune in and stuff. So we have our very first guitar player. I texted him yesterday. His name is Adomaitis, and he lives out in Nebraska. So hopefully he's watching somewhere, or maybe he'll watch the rebroadcast. He asked if we would say that we did it... Why don't we do it where he lives, and it's in Nebraska. So why don't we do it in Nebraska? Why don't we do it at Nebraska? Why don't we do it in Nebraska? Why don't we do it in Nebraska? You know, Al will be watching us, so why don't we do it in Nebraska? Okay, looks like some people are writing in. So we got, all right, so Claire, you want to do it on the drum set. So why don't we do it on the drum set? Why don't we do it on the drum set? Why don't we do it on the drum set? Why don't we do it on the drum set? You know, Claire will be watching us, so why don't we do it on a drum set? All right, we got some more. Cinema Craftsman. Oh, I know who the Cinema Craftsman is. There's only one Cinema Craftsman in the world. Stevie! Why don't we do it on a skateboard? 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 You know, Steve will be watching us, so why don't we do it on a skateboard? All right. Oh, Peter. Yeah, I didn't mistake Nebraska for Nettinga. We'll do Nettinga now for Pete. Nettinga is a Lithuanian camp in Vermont. Actually, our families are up there now, as a matter of fact. The reason I did Nebraska, Pete, was because that's where Al, the very first guitar player of Steel Wolf, back in 1982. That's where he lives now. And in case you're interested, I should bring this up because I always forget. The whole Steel Wolf history can be read and enjoyed or bored to death about on our website, which is steelwolfband.com. And many of the songs that you hear tonight are on our latest album, which is Steel Wolf Fun Plugged. Because we've gone now we've kind of leaned away from our electric side and embracing more of an unplugged side. And you can hear this stuff on Spotify and all the usual places, Facebook, Instagram. Let's see where we're all right. So super. Hey, Sean, I know who Sean is. Sean wants to do it on a boat. Why don't we do it on a boat? 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 You know, Sean will be watching us, so why don't we do it on a boat? I think Rory wrote something. Rory, what's Big Millennial Mood? Is that a place you want to do it?
Yeah, why not?
All
Let's
right.
do it there.
So Rory wrote big. It's a hashtag. I'm not that.
Yeah,
good
well,
with
we're
these
gonna
things.
do it
But we're
there.
gonna do it. I said let's. Oh, I got it. Okay, let's do it in soul crushing debt.
Okay.
Is that what it said? Okay, so let's do it in soul crushing debt. Why don't we do it in soul crushing debt? Why don't we do it in soul crushing debt? Why don't we do it in soul crushing debt? You know, Rory will be watching us. Why don't we do it in soul crushing debt? Now, I saw Volk Cup wrote something. I'll have to put She Likes It Rough on repeat then. Oh, okay, cool, man. Sean wants to do it on Uranus. Vote up. Tell me where you want to do it. But Sean wants good call back. Oh, I get it. Good call back. That's because I get it. I'm not hip to all this lingo. Why don't we do it on Uranus? 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 You know, Sean will be watching us, so why don't we do it on Uranus? All right, cool.
On a.
All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna do one more. One of the guys from the band texted me yesterday. His name is Andy. He actually played keyboards for us for a while. So he's up in Connecticut. So he asked, why don't we do it in Connecticut? So we'll wrap it up with that one. Why don't we do it in Connecticut? 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 You know, Andy will be watching us, so. Oh, Woke Up just said, honestly, I just did it in the shower. Y'all great shower music. And Claire, I don't know, she's got some kind of emoji that looks like Doritos or pizza or something. Anyway, we can do one more. Oh, it is. Doritos equals applause. I didn't know that. Oh, cool. Why does Doritos equal applause? I didn't know
Let
that.
me just explain it to you.
Okay, please do.
So the reason Doritos equal applause is because my father came on the Twitch stream and was looking for a clapping emoji and he couldn't find one. So all he could find is Doritos. So he just was like, I'm putting Doritos and it means I'm clapping, and everyone picked it up, and now that's what we do.
Oh, cool. Okay, great.
Loved it.
Good. Thank you so much.
All right.
So we got a 1 minute song. We'll wrap it up with a 1 minute one. All right. What am I listening to? Looking at Tiger Free Spirit.
You can even make it 2 minutes if you want. I'm not timing you.
Okay. So you want to do the
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our 1 minute song about COVID-19. My cousin from Vilnius got respiratory illness at the outbreak of COVID-19. His plans were quiet because his hands were never washed and he didn't stay quarantined. At night went down the road, money wanted to unload it to his girlfriend so desirous. His girl named Adomaitis, now even her much they both have the coronavirus. Can be sweet, 6 feet asunder, 6 feet can be sweet. Apart, not under. And my cousin stayed at home, lived up there all alone. These 3 wouldn't need ventilators. He should have washed his hands of all that romance, like all of us masturbators. 6 feet can be sweet, sweet like a bone. 6 feet can be sweet, not like Corona. Thank you so much, Monday Night Muses. Thanks so much for everyone who wrote in. Pete, Sean, Steve, Volk Up. And thanks so much, Rorie, for having Steel Wolf on your program. It was wonderful. We had a great time.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for coming on and performing. Everyone loved you. You got a lot of Doritos. This is how we express affection in this chat, so it's a very positive sign.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
everybody,
much.
I'm going to put the Steel Wolf links in the chat one more time. Make sure you go to steelwolfband.com where you can find out where they'll be performing, hear more music, perhaps keep in touch with them. So, oh look, Also, there's a virtual tip jar. Did you know? I didn't get to mention this at the beginning of the stream, but I want to remind you, musicians eat dollars. It's a unique nutritional requirement that we have. So if you would like to feed the musicians, please put some dollars in the virtual tip jar. Good news, we can eat virtual dollars. It works. The nutrients go right in. I don't know, it's technology. Really special. So make sure that you go to Venmo at Mark Adomaitis, which is spelled there, and you can just copy it from the chat because that might be easier for you. Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Steel Wolf Band and earlier Diggy Cat. Thank you for your support of original independent artists. We are going to end this stream. It's a great time to go pop yourself in the bathroom for a minute or grab yourself a tasty drink or a tasty snack because I'm going to start the stream up again in 1 minute and I am going to play to you and sing to you and read you poetry, all kinds of lovely things. So, Meet you back here in 60 seconds, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.